Assalamu alaikum. I'm your host Momna Alamgir, and I welcome you all to my show Rebound to the Beginning, a show which is all about sharing your childhood, your life, and most importantly the experiences that shape you as human beings. And हमारे इस शो की आज की पहली मेहमान एक टीचर हैं, वो टीचर जो कि बहुत यंग है लेकिन at the same time she's very experienced and she has served Bahria University for almost 6 years now. So let's welcome Ms. Tayyaba Zulfiqar. Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, अल्लाह का शुक्र. मैम, बात करते हैं आपकी लाइफ के बारे में, आपके बचपन के बारे में. What are your earliest memories of your childhood? How was your childhood generally? क्या आपकी
Momina, first of all, thank you so much for having me here.
You're welcome.
And secondly, I would like to tell you that my childhood was a very phenomenal childhood. My parents believed in personal development since childhood, and I believe that, you know, since I am probably, you and I have a generation gap, so I believe that there was no technology back then as such, so that played a great role in my creativity. Or I recall that my father, he used to wake up early in the morning, and जिसको हम personal development कहते हैं, जो कि हम after 20 we realize that, you know, we need to develop ourselves personally, and you know, we need to be very sound in our personality. That happened at a very young age because
there was a certain discipline in the house.
Yeah, there was, and since my family also has kind of an army background, so we were very disciplined. और एक और चीज़ जो मुझे बचपन से बताई गई थी, which I would definitely, like, I keep on telling people about it while I'm teaching, is that कि this whole world is not just created for all, like human life, it's created for all lives. So that includes animals as well. I have rescued and adopted so many dogs and cats, and I've taken care of so many, you know, creatures जिनको हम बड़ा trivial समझते हैं. So that was inherited to me by my parents. They have been very kind to animals, and I'm really proud of my childhood.
So
I'm really happy. You know, when I look back, I'm really happy that I've had a very substantial childhood, and I've learned a lot.
Pets and everything. You had a lot of
yes,
pets going
I had pets, and we used to take good care of them. We used to go for long walks. We used to exercise. So it was a combination of everything.
And फिर आहिस्ते आहिस्ते जब आप बड़ी हुई, what was that point in your life when you realized कि, you know, you have to study English, that you want to study English, and आपने जो है teaching करनी है? What made you realize that?
Well, my first job was not teaching. That is way back when I chose English. I was an engineering student, a pre-engineering student.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I have always studied science throughout my life. I was never a humanities student. Or I was working in a multinational company, and I was earning really well. However, I wasn't really happy with the outcome, you know. I've never been the kind of person who takes orders. Like, you know, you get paid well, but I didn't like taking orders from anyone. But
satisfaction नहीं थी.
Exactly, you know, like I always wanted to do something which was more prophetic, you know, like a prophetic profession. So while I was working, one fine morning I just decided that I should pursue my career as a teacher. So it was by choice that I decided, and I started from Montessori teaching. And how I came into English language was that, you know, sometimes you need to weigh your options, right?
Yeah.
So I can't really say that English was something which I was absolutely into, but I had to weigh my options. I wanted to do something which was internationally recognized. And now that I am an English language instructor, I'm also associated with US Embassy, and I am also doing a lot of projects with the HEC, so I'm really happy that I chose this field. You know, when you first I did my degree in English, I wasn't really sure of what I have to do, but if you're focused, things just start coming to you.
So mashallah, so you have had a very successful life, and I mean, you're very young, लेकिन you have a very established career right now. But कभी तो हुआ होगा ना मैम कि आपने अपनी लाइफ में कुछ failure आया हो आपकी ज़िंदगी में? Do you remember any such moment जब आपने अपने failure से कुछ सीखा? What have you learned from failure?
Since you know, it's a very probably bookish thing when I say that, you know, no experience in your life is a failure. It's always learning. Either you win or you learn. So there are certain times in your life, like even when I'm teaching right now, sometimes you prepare so well for an activity, and sometimes the student really don't respond to it. So, you know, you really need to gather your self-esteem and start every day. However, there is one certain point in my life when I was working my first job in a multinational. I gave that company 3 years, and one fine morning they were like, you know, you are not going to work with us anymore.
Oh.
And I was so proud of that job, and I worked really hard. And that was, you know, for like 2 weeks I was really depressed. I did not talk to anyone. That was for me the biggest heartbreak slash failure slash depression, anxiety, stress, any synonym of depression that time I have spent. But I really learned from that experience. And you know, the best thing was that I met my friend, and that was 10 years ago. One fine morning I met my friend who used to work with me in that company, and I was like, how are you? She's like, I'm fine. And I was like, where are you working? And she was working at the same company at the same designation.
Oh.
And I was so proud of myself, and she herself couldn't believe it that I was working as an English language instructor at Bahria. So I believe that, you know, no failure is a failure unless and until you decide to just get up and move on. So that one thing taught me that, you know, you should never give up. Everything is a blessing in disguise.
What a
Actually.
beautiful thing to say. But ma'am, generally जो अब आपकी life इतनी जो आपने गुजारी है, what have you learned about life from that? What do you think life is exactly? अगर आप उसको define कर सको life.
Momina, life is an experience for me. Life is a novel. And I always believe that if there is, you know, it has pages, and in one page something bad might happen, but if you turn the page, there is something beautiful in that particular novel. So it's a journey, life goes on. And one thing which I've learned from life is that no matter what happens, get up, dress up and show up. No matter what happens, you know, you need to just move on with your life. You should not put a full stop. Yes.
I think we should just lighten up the pace of the show. So I'm going to do a small rapid fire round with you, and let's just start it. Okay. So if you just have to choose between one. Okay. Hollywood or Bollywood?
Hollywood, of course.
Summer or winters?
Winters.
Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
Movie night with friends or Sunday brunch with family?
With family.
With family. Okay. And okay, that is it. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are about to wrap our show. I would like you to, you know, like, I would want you to give an advice to all your students, to all the viewers over here.
Yes, I would definitely. I always tell all of my students that, you know, when it comes to your profession, you should always make sure that you are pursuing something bigger. Like your goal every day should be bigger. For example, today you're at Bahria, and maybe next day you should present at national level, and the very next day you should present at international level. So keep on pursuing opportunities. And in your personal life, I would like to advise you guys that you should always be very, very respectful towards everyone, be it animals, be it human beings, be it your things. Just be very respectful and be kind to everyone.
Ma'am, it was a pleasure to have you as our guest. Thank you so much for coming.
You're most welcome.
I hope you all enjoyed this interview. It was indeed a very informative and a very beautiful interview. You can join us next week, same time, same place. Thank you so much.